No. It's fine.
It's all
It's
good.
fine. It's fine.
Wow.
It's fine.
It's
It's
all
fine.
good. We got it.
If we could just have a napkin.
Okay.
Yeah.
Flip that joke
It's
out,
fine.
Hey, I thought it was for a baby. You heard me done.
It's good. Let's get this.
Sense today.
Yeah. Shalom, everyone.
Shalom, everyone.
Welcome to another Soulful Sit Down with Awa and Amadi. Amadi and Awa.
You get me today.
Yeah, yes. Please hit the like button as you come in. I'm Awa.
And I'm Amadi.
He's the leader of this team here. And we're coming to you from the Soul Food Joint.
Yes.
Yeah, they have a buffet starting
2:00.
I think it starts at 2:00.
2:00.
And we have our Brother's Keeper here also. Well, our Brother's Keeper starts at 2. What time does the buffet start?
2.
Oh, it starts at 2 as well. So you can come to our Brother's Keeper and also come for the actual buffet. So as Amadi said, you get us today. We love you all for joining us. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, share the video. I think we know this is a very important topic.
Mhm.
We've been sitting on this topic for a long time.
Sorry.
We try to be positive YouTubers, and we still are positive YouTubers. However, after being here for I think 8 months now,
Yeah, 8 months.
we realize that when you just talk about the positive, and as you see people repatriate, they're not prepared
Yeah.
for the negative. So
you need the whole story.
you need the whole story. So although we are still pro repatriation, we're pro Gambia. There's some things that we just want to talk about. We want to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of repatriating.
Here the
Okay?
game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Mr.
We
Amadi?
can't speak to other countries right now, but we can speak to what we see here on the ground in Gambia. Because that's what we're going to speak to today. But we're going to start off with some good things. And I think we'll begin with the ideal, of the movement, the thoughts behind the movement and what it could be, which is something awesome. It's something great. But we as a people have to grasp hold to the ideals in order to push them forward.
Mm-hmm.
You agree with that, Howard?
I do. Can you break down what grasping hold means?
Grasping hold to the ideals would be number one, understanding your place in the movement, not trying to be something that you aren't, even though you have the opportunity to come here to reinvent yourself, so to speak, but at the same time, understanding your place within the movement, not trying to do too much, as people say. What else would that be?
Mm-hmm.
I'm lost for words right now.
Working against the
Yeah.
grain, the process.
Yes.
I think that we have a lot of people coming who are very they have these great ideals, but being able to implement and bring together and be a team player.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the key.
Mm-hmm.
That's the key to really being able to, I guess, to execute what would I say? The ideals of what we can be,
Mm-hmm.
Here in Africa or the Gambia, you can accomplish so many things that you wouldn't be able to accomplish in the West.
Mm-hmm.
I remember hearing Akon say within so many years, you can have a Fortune 500 company. in Africa
And with the right steps, that's
with
possible.
the right steps and the right people. So there has to be uh, a mindset. You can't just think a thought and it be. Um, the Bible says faith without works is dead.
That's right.
So you have to
Put some work, some movement,
and
some elbow grease.
and find the right people to build
Mhm.
that type of company. But the possibilities here is just beyond,
Mhm.
beyond measure. And I always tell people, for the ones who, took those college courses, you would always take a theory course. And that theory course is basically in the best case scenario, this is how this would work. But then you have a practical where you have to walk it out. And that's when the challenges become. It's always easier in theory.
In theory. That's
In
right.
theory, it's always easier saying, oh, I can go here, I can be this, I can do this. But when you're walking it out and you're putting it into practical measures, that's when you find out.
That's when the curveballs.
That's
come.
when you find out who your Malcolm X's and your
Mhm.
uh, Martin Luther Kings and your Panthers. That's when you decide. You can find out the type of the caliber of people that you have.
Mhm.
You know, so basically, as Amadi said, that the first good is really the potential here.
Mhm.
But the potential isn't enough. The thought is not enough.
It's only the beginning.
It's only the beginning. It's
Yeah.
on, but the Most High said, "Let there be."
Yes. That's
So
that's
that
where
was
it
the
starts.
thought.
That's where it starts. That's right.
That was the thought. Without the thought, nothing could be.
That's right.
So he said, "Let there be."
Mhm.
And so this is what we're saying. The positives to hear is you have more opportunity to say,
Mhm.
"Let there be."
Yes.
But it
And
doesn't.
put the work in.
But yeah, it doesn't stop with that. So that is the number one positive about repatriating and being here in Gambia specifically, because this is where we are.
Yes.
Okay, what's the next one, honey?
The next one is the people's willingness
To come
to
together.
come together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
We've seen a willingness of the people from the diaspora that's here in the Gambia.
A few.
Well, people.
You have to say.
One, two,
You have to
three,
be
four.
specific. You have to be
We've
specific.
seen a few people
Yes.
with the willingness to come together
Yes.
for the sake of the movement,
Mhm.
that understands the sacrifices that it would take in order to push the ideals forward of us here, of us repatriating here in the movement here in the Gambia.
Mhm. Yes. Yes. So yes, and I emphasize the few because we have to keep it real. We can't let people think that it's so
I was gonna mention we got to
harmonious.
the bad.
Yeah, but you still have to state,
Yeah.
you have to state it the way it is, you know. And so yes, the willingness of people, it forces us to the ones who are willing to come together. Being in a foreign country forces us to come together, become a family, and learn how to trust people that you normally wouldn't trust.
Mhm.
I mean, because they're not blood relatives, so you have to forge. And a lot of times those are even better relationships.
Yes.
Because, you're coming in I guess, with the mindset that they don't have to be, there. You don't have to be there. You're forging
Mhm.
a relationship based on a desire and not obligation,
Correct.
and but there is an old adage that says, if you want to go fast, go by yourself. If you want to go far, take people with you, or something to that.
That's the gist.
That's the gist of
The
of
same.
our mindset here. So the willingness to come together and be one. um, Everyone's not going to get it, but the ones who do, that's the beauty um, in the coming together of people. And our goal and our desire truly is to see some Rosa Parks. Some I want to be her because we try to patronize as many black owned business as we can. But there's one place that I'm just so weak for. They have a pizza that I like. But one day I'm going to defeat that urge for that pizza, and I'm going to make a conscious effort that when I sit down at a restaurant, it's always going to be black owned. That's the Rosa Parks. We need some Rosa Parks. We need some Harriet Tubmans. We need some help me, honey.
What we need is the mindset and the ability to be uncomfortable.
Yes.
We have to be willing to be uncomfortable throughout this entire movement.
That's right.
Because if you're going to accomplish anything, it's not going to be a smooth road.
Yes.
You have to be willing to be uncomfortable in certain situations.
Yes. I posted a video in our Brother's Keeper feed the other day, and I normally wouldn't post a video from another race because I'm like, what do they have? What have they ever done for us that's positive? Exactly, except for taken. But I posted a video of a Jewish guy. I was going to say gentleman, but I said guy. I changed it to guy. But he was explaining their philosophy and how they are able to accomplish what the wealth, the mass wealth. And if you're knowledgeable, you understand that Jewish people, they, I think 70% of the slave trade was funded by Jewish people. Also, the airways and the radio stations and the TV stations in Hollywood is controlled by Jewish people.
And if you didn't know,
now you know.
Just wait until somebody says something against them.
Yeah,
you'll find out
quick. Oh, what was his name?
Nick Cannon.
No, exactly.
You'll
exactly.
find out real quick who holding the rope.
Yes, but this video, he explained that they make a conscious effort to buy everything from their brother, at least for a period until they're established, even if their prices are a little higher or, things of that nature, then they patronize that brother or that sister because they're Jewish. And that's how they're able to build. And we have seen other people follow that same example, the Asians, the white people.
They cannot stand each other.
Yes.
But you better believe they're going to support each other.
They're going to support each other. But for some reason, the black man, for some reason, we've been unable to do that. We had misconceptions that going to a place where it was majority black, that it would be much more easy. However, I think it's even more challenging because the quality or some of the things that you have to get, it comes from the white man. So we have to raise up or help people, and a lot of us don't have money to invest, but what we can do is say, I'll buy from you, I'll support you, and that's what that's the what we're talking about, the willingness to come together. That is an awesome opportunity, a beautiful advantage to repatriating, the ability to come together and work as one. We were in a Bible study the other day, and our leader was explaining to us how the hand is I think he said it's a five-fold. You have a five-fold ministry here. You have your teacher, you have your apostle, you have your pastor, you have, what else is it, brother? Your prophet, and it's one other. And all of teacher, but it's one hand. Teacher, okay. It's one hand, but it takes every last one of these phalanges, these fingers, to operate.
Grab hold.
Yes. And that's the possibility that we have here is coming, getting in where we fit in.
Mm-hmm.
The thumb does not compete with the pinky. Mm-hmm. They all work together. They're all working together perfectly, and That is what we see a few that's willing to do that, and we want to see more. We want to see more come together.
So let me read this comment real quick.
Okay.
Uncle Kenny. Well, first we have Uncle Kenny says shalom from Gambia.
Shalom.
I think we met him last night.
Okay.
Then we have Trino C say, greetings, family. Everyone's watching, everyone watching. But Uncle Kenny said, our money only circulates maybe once before leaving out of the community. And that is absolutely correct.
Yes.
That maybe is absolutely correct.
Yes.
Maybe once.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
we get our money, man, and it'd be hot.
That's right.
Like a hot potato.
It go right to the white man.
Before quick
yeah.
can even get ready. We done sent it over to the white man or whoever.
Yeah.
We have to do better, people. And as you come in, please hit the like button.
Please. And share with people the discussion, because this is something that is long past due, you know. Okay, the next one, honey. Ethnic
and religious freedom.
That is a big one for me.
Yes, it is.
Because in the States, most people know that we're Israel. But in the States, you know, I would dress like this, you know, and I would always be looked at funny. Even some of my family would make mention that, you know, maybe it was overdoing it. But when you read the scripture,
people would ask why your head is covered.
Yeah, they'll ask why your head is covered. And then I would send them to, is it 1 Corinthians 14? I mean, it's very specific on modest apparel, you know, and I was convicted. Nobody changed me. It was the Most High in His Word that caused me to think about how I was dressing. I have a husband. Nobody should be able to see all of my curves but him, you know. And exactly. No, you know, I'm just saying. So when we came over there in the West, I was looked at as crazy or over the top. But here, I just blend right in. I'm free. You know, we've just started in the States. I tried it to implement praying 3 times a day, as our father Daniel did. And it was so hard at work. You know, it was just hard to implement. But here, we've started to implement it again. We're able to pray. No one says anything. If you stop if you're at work,
right,
and you need to stop to pray, it's acceptable here. You know, it's you know, so for me, financial freedom and not financial freedom, because religious and ethnic, being able to wear my locks. You know, I was in an industry where if I wore my locks, I was reviewed as a rebel or not refined, or I had to wear. I had natural hair, but I wore a wig, you know, for a while just to appease. Yeah, but I was the only black. There was one other Oreo. She was a coconut. You know, she wasn't really black. You know. She was black on the outside, but she was, you know, because, you know, she even when I did finally lock my hair, you know, she was the one that commented.
Mountain chocolate bar.
Yeah,
chocolate on the outside,
exactly,
coconut on the inside.
Exactly. But here, you know, having natural hair is beautiful. You know, loving your God and honoring your God is beautiful. And it's not shunned upon. So I love that part of the repatriation and living here in Gambia.
So Uncle Kenny, that's Obi. What's going on, Obi?
Obi. Okay. Welcome, Obi. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. Okay. But
Patricia saying you can be yourself. That is absolutely correct.
It is so, you don't understand until you experience how it feels to be free, how it feels to be able to be you, knowing that you're beautiful with your locks, with, you know, not having to put on all of the makeup and have this facade every day to appease a man, or people who hate your guts.
That's right.
They hated your ancestors' guts. And they hate your guts, but you're giving them 110% of you.
Casting your pearls is why.
You're putting chemicals on your hair to make them happy, you know, and to come here and be able to serve your God, and be able to be you. And we also learn in this class that just the very voice of God and the vibrations that came from Him
Mhm.
speaking created your waving hair,
Mhm.
created you just the way you are.
Mhm.
And to go against that is going against creation, it's going against
That's right.
God.
That's right.
And to be here in a place, and we're learning this on the mother soil, not in America, where I'm sorry, where everything is censored, and it's getting ready to be even more censored, but
And you don't find out how censored the West is until you go somewhere else.
exactly.
And then you understand exactly how censored uh, they are over in the West. I'm not going to say we, because
Yeah.
I'm no longer there.
Yeah.
But, you look at other countries, be like, oh, wow, I can't believe they treat their people that way. I can't believe that they censor them that way. But then when you leave and look back, you be like, wow, we had
The US same way.
the exact same way. They're controlling everything you
Yes.
see and hear.
Yes. It's just more
More
subtle.
Yes.
More subtle. That's
Well, they
that's
keep
what,
you looking at other people, so you won't pay attention to what's
exactly.
going on there.
Exactly. But do you remember that video? There was an Indian lady because people were criticizing something that India was doing with their people.
Mhm.
And she did, it was on a news broadcast. She started talking about all of the things that America has done. I mean, from slavery to, everything. She just had bullets. And now she said, now, when you correct these, now you can come and talk to us. You're the biggest demon on earth,
Absolutely
basically,
correct.
is what she was saying. So,
And
excuse
constantly
me.
pointing a finger.
That's right. That's right. So, for me, uh, just religious freedom and ethnic being yourself, and
Mhm.
it's just the most beautiful thing ever.
The next good that we have is your homestead freedoms,
Yes.
your ability to build your home, enjoy your place, your domicile,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the way you want. There's no covenants. There's no what is it? The fees that you pay,
The home
home
association
association
fees.
fees. There's none of that. When you buy your plot of land, you can go if you want to just garden on it, go garden on it.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to go build
A
a
mansion.
mansion, if you want to go 5 stories up, go 5 stories up.
If you want a
You know,
roundhouse.
if you want a roundhouse, triangle, octagon, it does not matter. If you want to paint that joker Pepto Bismol pink and purple and green,
You can do
it's your
it.
choice. You don't have to go ask anybody for permission, what color, what design, or anything else to use at your home.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
it's your home. You don't have to have permission from a board or from a few disgruntled old people that ain't got nothing better to do
But complain.
but complain and
Yeah.
try to manage everybody else in the neighborhood.
Exactly. If you want a goat, if you want a chicken,
You don't have
if
to
you
ask
want
them.
a cow,
That's right.
you can have those things. So
Mhm.
you can be self-sufficient,
Mhm.
so they won't say, oh, you can't have a cow in this area because it's not designated as rural.
Mhm.
It's just freedom, the
That's right.
freedom to live the way our ancestors were entitled and
Mhm.
expected to be able to live. So,
And you don't understand how good that feels to not have to answer to someone or to come home and there's a note on your trash can saying you left it out a day too long, uh,
yeah.
or cut your grass, or when you take your tree trimmings out to the side up to the sidewalk, they have to
Hmm.
be placed in a bundle
Hmm.
for the people that's coming to pick them up. So you're doing all the work basically.
Yes.
But yeah, you don't have to do any of that
Yeah.
here, and it's very what's the word I'm looking for?
It's I don't want to say liberating, but in a
I
way
would
it
I would
is.
say liberating.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
liberating. You're able to be,
yes.
exist, without all of these,
Rules and
yeah,
guidelines.
yeah. You can breathe, exhale,
Mhm.
you know. Okay.
Can we go ahead and get everyone that's in right now to go ahead and hit the like button for us if you haven't
Yes.
already?
Yes. Okay.
Uh,
The next positive,
redeeming what was lost.
redeeming what was lost. And that's a big one.
Redemption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We believe, Amadi and I believe that we're fulfilling a prophecy of every right has to be wrong. And we believe us coming back,
Wrong after
every
right.
wrong has to be right. Right. Right.
We'll
Help
say,
me.
We'll say right it.
Right it. Okay. Okay. Every wrong has to be right.
Mhm.
Redemption has to take place. So
Mhm.
we believe that we're in a movement where redemption is beginning to take place. It hasn't fully, which will cover some of the negative on us not being fully redeemed, but we're in the process of being redeemed. We've been adopted by certain Gambian family that that looks after us, that loves us, that cares for us, that receives us and accepts us and teaches us the way, the things that we lost. And some of the things we actually went to a naming ceremony last week,
Yes.
and it was so amazing. It was amazing to see. It was beautiful. It was beautiful.
And for them, it's just everyday life. But for us,
Oh my goodness.
it was something different.
Yeah, it brought us both.
Yeah.
It emotionally touched us.
Because it made me sad because you realize everything we've lost.
Yeah.
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 But then I was happy at the fact that I was now here to
Redeem
to
it.
redeem, to
Yeah.
to enjoy some of the things that were taken away all those years ago.
Exactly.
But I'm not gonna lie, I was a little sad.
Yeah. Yeah. But in the we'll be posting the video very soon, probably this week on the naming ceremony. So please look out for it. But one of the things that we did notice, there were just little things that we were able to keep in after slavery happened. Just little things that we notice. Oh, that's why we do that. That's so but the bulk of things we lost,
And there's certain things that was changed that we do now uh, that is not the appropriate thing to do, like the circumcision
okay.
at 6-7 days old.
Okay. Yeah.
Because at that point, you don't know the reason why you being circumcised,
Oh,
because you were a baby,
you're supposed to feel the pain of circumcision
and understand the why,
Yeah.
the covenant.
Yeah.
And as a baby, you don't understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So although we do circumcise, and some people don't know, our midwives brought circumcision to the West. That came from us. Our covenant with the Most High, and His people. So yeah, we did notice some things that transferred. How the woman is supposed to stay in her compound for a designated amount of time before she goes into society. For us, it was 6 weeks. I remember when I had my babies, my mom was like, "You have to stay in the house 6 weeks." Well, here it's 40 days. That's just about 6 weeks, So some things did transfer, but a lot of things were lost. And the beauty in coming back is reconnecting with your roots and people who will receive you and teach you your ways, our ways, and and you embracing it and receiving it and accepting it.
And when you say it takes a village at the naming ceremony, oh wow,
Everybody
everybody in the village is there.
Yes.
To see the naming of the baby.
Yes. Yes.
And then there's a feast basically all day
long. They
go
have 3 meals a day.
breakfast. Breakfast lasted a good while.
Yeah.
And then you go from that to I want to say it was the Benediction.
The Benediction was served for the lunch portion, but we had to leave because we had to go back
and
to
then
work
you have chicken and chips
for the evening.
Yeah. And there's something else I'm missing.
I'm sure there's something we're missing. But if anyone's in the chat that could add a little,
all day
it
long
was
event.
it was all day. It was a beautiful thing.
Mhm.
You know, I wish we didn't have to go to work that day. We
Yeah.
would have been there all day long. But so yes, so that is I think one of the highlights of repatriating is reconnecting. You know, we talk all the time when we're sitting, we see uh, every day what we see the Bible, we see our ancestors
Folding
the
right in
way
front of
they
your
were.
eyes. Yeah.
Yeah, the way they were, and we understand the Bible a lot more.
Yes,
Just
especially during
reconnecting,
Tabasco.
especially during Tabasco. You're like, oh my goodness, these are truly the children.
Like Bible
These are
stories in
truly
real
the
life.
children of the Bible. Listen, if you don't think Israel is here, I'm sorry, Israel is here.
Yeah.
They may not call themselves Israel, but Israel is here. The children of the Most High, descendants of Abraham, they are here. So
Absolutely.
getting reconnected to that is beautiful.
All right. That was
Okay.
the last good.
Okay. Well, it
That
wasn't the
way-
last good,
Well, not
but
the last.
we can't
We'll
point
move
out
on.
we can't point out every good. We have to talk about the good and
There's
the
a
bad.
there's a laundry list of good,
Yeah.
but we want to make sure that we cover some of the bad and the ugly as well, because it can't always be roses, and
Yes.
we found that out the hard way.
Mm-hmm.
You know that when you go to a place and you're dealing with people that you've never dealt with before, that there would be some challenges. But now we found exactly what those challenges entail, and we'll start off with the first one: uh, cultural misunderstandings.
Yes.
What
Okay.
misunderstandings do you think we have culturally?
I think number one, and I'm gonna start with the diaspora.
Mhm.
When we come, we want to be received, but we look like the West and we act like the West.
Mm.
So some of us are like, but this is me, this is who I am. I'm not changing, I'm not conforming, but you want to be treated like a Gambian.
Be accepted.
You want to be accepted.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that a Gambian shouldn't accept you, because they should, because if a Gambian understands what our people went through, that our brain was completely washed. A lot of our African brain was washed. We was given a Western way of thinking,
Name, way
name.
of living.
Yeah, we can't say we were Mandinka or Fula. We don't have that connection. So although a Gambian should understand, they don't always understand.
Mhm.
So I think it's a give on both sides. Don't wear things that's offensive. If you don't want to dress, like the Gambians, at least be respectful,
Mhm.
in your dress. Try to learn the culture, try to learn the language. I'm 52 years old, and yes, I'm not going to lie, it is very difficult learning another language
Mhm.
at this age. And we still don't know, but we're trying. And what we find is when we go out into the markets, there is a appreciation for our effort. Yeah,
Mhm.
they laugh at us, they giggle, but they get a joy that not only are we trying to assimilate by looking
Mhm.
like we're Gambian, but like I said, I dress like this in the States, so
Mhm.
it's who I am. But not only do they get a joy out of us embracing the culture, even when we went to Tabaski, I partook of some ram, out of, and I don't eat meat. But this one particular time, it was a holy day, and we celebrate Passover, so I understand Passover. We're commanded to eat lamb, so
Mhm.
I understood that principle. So I partook of ram that particular day. But if you're coming over here and you don't want to learn or embrace the culture, you're going to be seen as Western, and that's just
Well,
what it is.
at that point, I have to question, what's your purpose? If you're not willing to learn anything
Mm,
or to assimilate at all, what's your
mhm,
real purpose?
mhm,
What are you really coming for?
mhm. Yeah.
If you're coming here not to learn, not to assimilate,
Mhm.
then what's your motive?
Yeah. And some people are just fleeing and want peace.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to reconnect like they say they want to.
But when in Rome,
But when in Rome, you do as Rome. And if you're going to make it easier for yourself,
hmm
you will find that assimilating, that
hmm
doesn't mean you got to abandon who you are. We still have our tacos, we still have our spaghetti,
hey,
but we love African food
hmm
as well. So we still love some of the things that we brought, that's a part of our culture
hmm
as repatriates. However, assimilating, just I mean, that's just
you,
a
you can't snub your nose
yes,
at a lot of the cultural things that takes place around
yes,
you
yes.
on a daily basis.
In
Be-
our
because uh, it, here, when it's prayer time, I don't care what's going on. I don't care what they're doing. If they on the job working for you, guess what's about to happen? All work stops,
That's right, and we have to respect that.
and they go get their prayer in, and then they come back to the job,
Yeah,
and they don't care what you think, what you say. When it's prayer time, it's prayer time.
yeah. And we can't be negative and say, why they're doing, because why they're doing that, or because we're coming here and we need to actually sit back
Oh,
and learn. We need to sit back and learn from that. You
hmm
know, on the West, in the West, we put so much emphasis on things
Production,
and production, and not,
punctuality,
yeah,
timeliness.
not stopping and getting on our knees and saying, Most High, thank you
Thank
for
you.
this day.
Mhm.
Help me through this day. We're carrying it on our back with the stresses. But if we stop 3 times, 5 times a day, whichever one,
Mhm.
and just start learning to embrace, you
Mhm.
know, and diffuse some of these misunderstandings.
Mhm.
Some of us aren't religious, but for the ones who are, I don't say religious because we're not
Not
religious.
religious.
We're not religious at all. We just follow
Most High,
the
follow the
most high
commandments.
commandments
That's
and
right.
laws. But most people who follow commandments and the principles of the most high understands that there has to be a time,
Mhm.
to set aside and to revere and give thanks. And so we have to respect that.
Mhm.
We
Can,
have to
can we get
respect that.
everyone that's in right now to go ahead and hit the like button, please?
Yes, yes.
I see we're still a little off. Let's get it up there.
Okay. Okay. So cultural misunderstanding is also, um, most people here think that just because we're coming from the West, we're rich.
Whew.
That's
I would say
a
that's one of the
that's the
biggest
biggest
misconceptions.
misconception. And then a lot of our misconceptions is that Gambians are poor. No, I'm not saying you don't
Mm-hmm.
have any, but I think we all need to kind of rethink,
Reevaluate that thing, cause
reevaluate. They're trying to make it just like we're trying to make it. We're trying to make it just like you're trying to make it. And people from here, from Gambia, need to understand that when we're coming from the West, many of us have given up everything.
mhm.
Um, our 401k, our everything. And we didn't give it up to come and get it taken.
Mm,
We brought it
mm,
to build a home, and you're going to get some of it because you're going to help us build.
mhm,
But we didn't come here to get taken for the little bit that we have, because once it's gone and we go, it stops flowing.
mhm.
But if we're able to stay here, repatriate, it's going to continue to flow.
We have to get out of the mindset that when you see someone from the West, that they're here on holiday.
Yes.
Those days are over with. When you look toward the high season and you see people coming in, oh, how's your holiday? We have to change that mindset.
Mm,
We're no longer here on holiday. We're here for good.
yeah.
So, you have to treat us like we're here for good. Holiday, you take somebody for some hollers, you probably never see them again.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? You're gonna see me again the next week
Yes.
or the next
And
day.
we're not going to patronize you.
So, play the long game.
Yeah.
Don't play the short game. Understand that, some today is better than none today.
Or
And
tomorrow.
exactly. And the fact that if I do right today, I have a customer for life
Yes,
versus doing them wrong and then they never come back.
that's right.
So is that little $500 really worth a lifetime customer? Probably not. If you do the math,
Yeah.
right? So if I come to you every week spending, $800,
Mm-hmm.
but you demand you demand $1,000.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I give you the 1,000, but guess what? I never see you again.
yeah.
And I will come to the stall right next to you, right in front of you, and spend my money with that person that's willing to negotiate and work with me.
Yes. Yes. And another misunderstanding is, you may hear, I had a woman shared a situation when she was out in the market, and this Gambian told her, "We don't need your money. We don't need your money."
Mm,
And I'm like, "But yes, you do, because we all need each other."
that's right.
And then I haven't heard this, but if you had a person from the West saying, "We don't need them Gambians. We can just get our own." No, we need each other.
It's economics.
We need each
We gotta
other.
have each other.
You need our money,
Mhm.
but you need to get it fairly, okay? And we need your um what?
Product.
Your information.
Yes.
We need to evenly exchange. There has to be value added on both sides.
That's right.
You know, and you can't, and I'm gonna tell you something with Westerners, and it may be the same with here because we're all Africans. Once you cross us or show us who you are,
I'm going to believe you. That's for sure.
most of us are going to believe you. And when you show us and prove to us that all you are in it is for the money, and we can't trust you, with our clients, we can't, we're not going to use you, and there you'll be going and trying to find somebody else to take.
Why toil when you don't have to?
You don't have to.
Yeah.
Because the people coming are looking for people that they can trust. They're looking for relationships that they can build,
Long term.
Not
today relationships.
We're talking about family.
Correct.
We're looking for family, So
So quit viewing us as holiday.
Yeah.
Holiday.
And don't view us as not you. That's another misunderstanding. We are you. I look every day.
He is
here.
I and I am him.
Yeah. I see all of my cousins. The only difference is the clothing.
Mhm.
I see you have some people who look different. You can, that you don't see too much in the States, but the majority of the people that I look in the face look like my cousins. Gambians, you can't deny us.
Mhm.
I use this as an example. We are you, okay? I'll use this as an example. Some people here will go marry a Caucasian, okay? And when they have that child with that Caucasian, they're 50% Caucasian and 50% African, okay? That's if the African is 100% African, because some of us on this soil are not 100%. The colonizer spread his seed here too. Okay, so for people to call us other because our slave masters molested some of us is not right, because it happened here too. But what we have noticed is some of the people here will go mix, but that little half white baby, they consider that child Gambian, African. But then they say that we're not African because we were molested by a slave master.
Mm.
That's a misconception.
And have a higher percentage than 50.
When I did my DNA, I'm 87% African and Amadi is 86. So we're just as much African as many people here.
Mhm.
So that's a misconception. We are you. Yes. Do we need to renew our mind? Yes, but you do too. Because I have one of the things that have hurt me the most is seeing how the Western culture is trying to infiltrate here. The women, they don't want to wear their natural hair.
All
They're
these
wearing
long
wigs.
Yeah.
You know, they then came out of their beautiful African attire and wearing, ripped jeans. And I'm not putting you down. I'm just saying, if you want to see where your culture is going by not embracing your culture, if you want to see where your culture is going, look at the movies in the US.
Mm.
That's where it's going. If you
or
lose,
look at the young people,
look at the young people.
because that's the future.
Yes, that's the
So
future.
if your young people are not accepting the culture and moving that forward, then you're looking at your future.
That's right.
Unfortunately.
That's it.
So if they're in the ripped jeans, the tight jeans, the cut off shirts, and this, that's the future.
Yeah,
So culturally, you need to get a hold of that one.
that's
Because
right.
you don't want to be looking like the U.S.
Yes, yes.
And
Okay.
one more thing.
One more thing. Okay.
Well, I don't even think I shared this with you. I found out that the other day that even when it comes to like facilities, if you were to go to the doctor here and get an X-ray, right? For locals, this one specific X-ray will be $2,000. But if someone from the West, it's $4,000.
Whoa.
What's the mindset?
No.
I mean, it's the same body,
Yeah.
the same machinery, nothing
Yeah.
extra, the same time
Yeah.
it takes in order to do the X-ray.
Yeah.
So why is there a $2,000 difference?
Yeah.
Just because someone is a foreigner?
Yeah. That
That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. 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 And
if somebody can help me understand that one,
Yeah.
I won't say that I'll agree, but at least I will have an understanding as to the thought process behind that decision.
Yeah.
Because to me, the decision is that they're from the West. They must have the money, so we're gonna charge them $20,000 more.
But that may
just
not,
because.
But they may be just as broke as a Gambian.
Correct. But like I said, at least I understand the thought process.
Yeah. And I'm not saying all Gambians is broke, so don't take that wrong. I'm saying they may be just as broke as a Gambian who doesn't have the money. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
I need to correct that because we've seen some wealthy Gambians.
Very, very wealthy.
Yeah. I think we've seen some. I'm like, how you do it? Show us how to do it. I mean, we don't want to be wealthy. We just want to be comfortable. But I would like to know, get in their heads. I mean, how?
Show me the ropes.
Show me the ropes. Show me, because it's just not what you think.
The next bad and ugly.
Yes.
Go ahead, man.
The next bad and ugly is our inability to bridge the gap between one another in the diaspora. There's too much competition. There's too much stealing of ideas without giving people their props. We believe that ideals are made to share, but when you're underhandedly going behind and trying to infiltrate someone's use their idea to,
even if you write a paper,
to affect or to grab what they're trying to,
even if you write a paper, you have to cite.
That's right. You have
where
to
you're
cite
from.
where you
just can't go get it and say, "Yep, that's mine."
Yeah.
That's what's been done to us all these years.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be doing
We
the same
shouldn't be
thing.
doing it to each other.
Yeah,
That's-
that makes it that much worse when someone, if you don't have the ability to come up with your own ideas, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with gleaning off someone else.
That's right.
But if you're going to glean on someone else, at least cite, well, we got this idea from such and such.
Yes.
It was such a good idea. We chose to implement it and use it as our own.
Yeah. But even when we did that, I
Yeah.
think on one or two videos, but what
Yeah.
we did, we made certain people went and subscribed to that person.
Correct.
Shared where we got some of the information, because we didn't get all of the information from that channel, but we thought her video was so well put together that we was sharing our process, which was a little different from hers.
Mhm.
But we also encourage people to go to her YouTube channel and subscribe. And see, that's the way we're supposed to be. We're supposed to make certain that the information gets out and support each other, and not think that it's just enough air for me to breathe.
Mhm.
There's enough air for everyone to breathe.
Correct.
And what we have noticed is that Americans and UKs, we're broken in our country, and we're in the country of our nativity where we were born, and we're broken here, and we have to try to um, heal ourselves and learn how to come together and stop eating our own flesh. It's like we're cannibals. It's like we just can't help it. We can't help but eat each other and tear each other down. We had a lady. Many of you know that we are with Mama Land Properties, and we're proudly with Mama Land Properties, okay? Because we believe in the vision of Mama Land Properties. And Mama Land Properties came about because of some of the wrongs that we have been seeing done, which we will not talk about because that's not what we do. But we had seen, and whether the wrongs were purposely done or not, we're not judging. We're just saying we saw some things that need to be corrected. We came together with our Gambian brother and some other Gambian brothers and sisters, and initially some other people, to right some wrongs and to do things the way they should be done.
And we were very serious about doing things the way they're supposed to be done.
But we have had two people come on our channel bashing us. I wouldn't buy anything from an American, this. And I'm like, you know what? That's what
just to see.
And she was an American. We haven't had one Gambian and we haven't had one white person come on our channel and condemn us for coming and trying to help people. It was a Black woman who justified her actions in coming on our channel and pretty much accused us of being criminals, not knowing us, not doing her research. It's cannibalism. It's eating your own flesh. You think you're helping, but you're not. You're just out there hurting. You're hurting people who want to trust someone. And we have stories. We have people that eventually are going to come forward and tell you their stories on what we have done for them. Us before we came to Mama Land, and people, since we've been with Mama Land, people who have Mama Land, that Mama Land has helped. But this isn't about Mama Land. This is about us, the inability of the diaspora being able to help each other and cheer each other on. Okay, you have some people that are jealous because you can't get here. So you're on the other side of the ocean, putting your mouth on the people who are out here doing the work. And when I say
put your hand to the plow.
Put your hand to the plow. Get here on the ground. And if you can't get here on the ground and you care about the movement, give towards the movement. Okay? I mean, if you're able to. Support the movement.
And it doesn't have to be financially.
Yeah. We had a young lady on our show a couple of weeks ago. I was really sad to see the amount of support. But that's neither here or there. You go to white people GoFundMe. What's the man that killed George Floyd? His family is probably taken care of for life because the white folks come together and they give for those types of causes, for killing a Black man on national
money in for his attorney fees, all kind of stuff.
Yes. Yeah. But a woman who comes on the channel and asks, she said, if you didn't have anything to give, your prayers are welcome. I think we had 5 people. Now, some people me and Amadi and another lady gave outside of the GoFundMe because GoFundMe charges a fee. And we still are holding that money in our drawer to give to the lady. And then and Mama Land is also going to do some things. But when I tell you our inability to come together, the Sankofa Repatriation Fund, Sister Ya out of Ghana, hadn't had the opportunity to meet her, but she was asking for $1 a month. $1.
$12 a year.
$12 a year to repatriate so many families Every 6 months, you were going to get your housing for a month. You were going to get your business supported for a month and help set up a business for 6 months. And you were going to get repatriated, your family, for free.
For $1 a month.
And to this day,
One upsized meal and burger.
the fund is still struggling.
Yeah.
So our inability to come together and I'm talking diaspora right now.
Because a lot of us
We're just talking. We're just doing lip
Because it
service.
sounds good. Everybody got a platform. Everybody got something to say, but ain't nobody
Willing to work.
putting the work in.
They're not.
It's sad.
That is
But
sad.
we have to get to the point where we just stop talking about it and
be about it and do it.
That's right.
We started the West African Pride Directory. We thought, and then we also put people on there for free because we know that it's some people that just need a little,
Boost.
a boost. But when they renew, they're going to have to pay, But we're putting our money where our mouth is. We're giving. But when I tell you it's been a struggle, I had a young lady that's close to us tell me yesterday, good luck in building Black Wall Street. And that hurt me because I knew what she said was true. But me and Amadi can't build it. It took a collective to build it.
And it was built off necessity.
It was.
But it was necessity and people willing to put in the work, put in the time and the money and put their investments, the money where the mouth was.
Yeah. And babe, the thing is, it was, if you didn't have an investment, it was just go buy your corn and your meal.
That's right.
From the black man down here.
That's right. Go get your hair
Go get your sugar. Yeah, go get your from a black man. It wasn't, all of them didn't have to put in $1,000 or $2,000. It didn't even take that. It just took a conscious effort, of saying, I'm going to do business with my black brothers and sisters. Now, black brothers and sisters, you have a responsibility to do good business.
Absolutely.
Okay, because and we'll talk about that because we've had to cut some people off because we can't trust you with the people that are coming who need us to refer them to people here. We've had to cut off some black people who did our people wrong
or had plans on doing our people wrong.
Yes. So you have a responsibility to do good business. Just because you're black don't mean you're going to get the business. You have to do good business.
And we've had to cut some people because we found that they weren't sincere in their ideals of the movement and was coming with the wrong intentions. So we've had to cut them off.
Yeah.
And it's sad that you have people that will invest their time, money, and efforts into doing wrong.
Yeah.
I don't understand that one.
Yeah.
It's one thing to do it on the street corner at the house back in the States, but you invest plane tickets, food, hotel, cabs, you name it, to do wrong.
To do wrong. And that's our next bullet, babe.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's our next bullet.
Okay.
Go
Which
ahead.
one is that?
Toxic behavior and self-sabotage.
Yes. So back to what I was saying.
Ooh, it's bad.
The toxic behavior.
It is bad here.
I don't understand why you would want to come across the world to do. You can't. Let's just go ahead and cover this other one, the hustler mentality.
Well, that's at the bottom, but can we just start here?
Okay.
Yeah.
Toxic behavior. Well, self-sabotage we just covered. But the toxic behavior, you can't come with that mentality, people. If you're coming here, come with the right mindset. It's okay to have a good business idea, a good plan, but come with the intentions of implementing it the right way.
That's right.
You can't come with your whole business plan is to screw people over.
Yeah.
And it's not the way it should be.
We've seen it. We've seen some people who may not have started that way and they ended up that way. But then we've seen some people which, if you don't mind, I want to share our story in brief.
Yeah, but
okay.
Yeah, but like I said, your whole business model can be
Yeah.
how to get over only brothers and sisters.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So many know that Amadi and I have a service where we host people, and we show you around, and of course it's services on our website. So we had a particular uh, family that we took on as our family, and we brought these people to our home. We cooked for them. We loved them. Okay. We uh they were Israel, we were Israel, you know and we truly felt like, I mean, I saw some signs from one particular person, but not the other one. But we still, loving people past what we see. And I remember a conversation with the young lady. She was telling me, how good our services were. And she said, but I want to tell you, she said, trouble is going to come.
Mm.
And I said, oh, sis, I said, I know it is, but I dread the day, because I take things very personal, because me and Amadi, we're not perfect, but our hearts are right, you know. And lo and behold, I never would have thought the trouble was going to come from her. The whole time, later on, we found out that behind our back, they were talking to people while we were still friends, family. We find out that things were being said specifically about me, and it hurt. And it came to fruition after we had to sever that relationship. And even when we severed the relationship, we didn't fall out with the people. We just separated ourselves. We found out that one particular person is going behind our back, contacting our customers, trying to steal business deals of ours that we're working on. These are people we loved and still love,
And not only trying to
but
steal a business deals, but basically they're trying to scam.
they're scamming people, trying to get
So-
personal
So
information.
be careful.
They're trying to get personal information. If anyone calls and tell you that they're affiliated with us, our Mama Land, and they're not on our website, it's not true. But there are people.
Go to the website and see who is part of Mama Land for sure.
And
Because what began is not current, the current staff.
yes.
Let's put it that way.
And oh no. And I'm going to say this because people need to know how toxic some people are that's coming. This person actually made a statement that he wanted us taken out. And he was Israel. Okay?
Well, he said it was Israel.
He said he was Israel. So we want you to understand that everyone that's repatriating is not who they say they are. Okay? But what we say, if God is for us, who can be against us? We sat on this for the longest. We prayed about it. We wondered, should we talk about this? There are some sick people who are in this repatriation movement, and you need to understand that.
Some people are in it just to take advantage of people because they know people, are desperate to get out. They know they want to get over to the motherland, and they're willing to do anything to take advantage of that.
Yes.
And that's the sad part, that your business model is to mess people over and steal from them the monies that they had put together to come here to the mom-land and start a new life.
Yes. And we know
you're praying, and you're praying on it.
And we know people personally.
Yeah.
Who was a victim.
Yeah.
But see, we're not going on YouTube and spreading this. But we're telling you to be careful, because we have a responsibility. Because if we have endorsed somebody, or if, and then we find out that they're preying on our people, we have a responsibility to bring it to light.
And don't just listen to what people say. look at the actions.
Look at their actions.
Everybody can say and sound real good, but look at the actions. If the actions aren't lining up, because with one individual, something happened the first day they arrived, and I owe a young man an apology for not paying more attention. But something did take place.
Yes.
And I was like, oh no, maybe it was just an accident.
We thought it was an accident.
Come to find out, no, that's just
No.
who this person is.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it's sad. And that was the very first day they arrived.
Yes. And it was about some money.
Yes.
Some money. It was a confusion between some money.
Yes.
And this person is Israel, and all, so,
Huh.
but I'm telling you all, be mindful, get connected when you get here with good people, vet people,
Mhm.
vet me and Amadi,
That's right.
vet us, come to our brother's keeper, you vet us. We're not perfect, but we're righteous. And my thing is this, the toxic and the sabotage, I'm going to start just blocking you. When you come on our channel, I'm not going to give it any more energy because it's too much work to do.
Mhm.
Instead of talking to people and explaining why they shouldn't come on your channel and spew, negativity
Mhm.
in the name of helping, instead of addressing it, you're going to be blocked. So that's just, we don't have time to deal with that type of spirit.
Absolutely.
It's too much. The white man don't have to come on our channel and do any of it. We're doing it to ourselves.
Taking
We're-
care of each other.
We're doing it well. We're self-sabotaging. We're cannibalizing ourselves. We're eating our own flesh. Okay. And just to end with that, basically, people coming over here with the hustler mentality and not community building, nation building. Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Black Panthers,
Mhm.
Huey Newton. They were nation builders. They weren't hustlers. They weren't in it for what they could get or who they would be. Oh, I'm going to be, Grand Poobah. I'm going to be the head of this. Or yeah, I'm just saying, these are the type of people that you need to get connected with, not people hustling, trying to find the next deal.
Mhm.
Of course, many of us need to come over here and make a living.
Correct.
That's understood. Anyone who sits there and condemn you for going somewhere and try to make a living, that just don't make any sense.
Not at all.
It doesn't make any sense. Everyone has to eat.
Because if you don't attempt to make a living, then what are your intentions? What are you going to do to eat?
Exactly. And how can you help each other?
That's right.
Or anyone else when you can't help yourself? When
That's right.
when you're hand to mouth, how can you help anybody else?
That's right.
So it's crazy when people say, "Oh, you're just over there trying to." Of course, we're trying to make a living. Everyone is,
Mhm.
But get with people who are about the union.
Correct.
Everybody making money. The West African Pride Directory is making certain that everyone can be noticed.
Correct.
Everyone has a way to be found and has a platform.
On a black platform.
And it was kept reasonable. You
Mhm.
cannot go on a directory for $199 a year in America or the UK. It's no way. 100 is, I said, or $99.
Or 99.
It depends on how you do the conversion.
Uh-huh.
But
5,000 Dalasi or 100 USD.
yes,
Yeah.
yes, so and then we have brothers and keepers. Our brother's keeper.
Mhm.
We don't post our YouTube information.
No.
We don't do self-gain. Self-gain is not allowed in that group. It's for the people,
There's
by the people.
no YouTube videos. can
We
take
don't allow
place.
it.
No.
Amadi and I just started it, and we're the overseers. We're the caretakers.
But it's for the people.
So we say, when you come, get with, and I'm not saying we're the only ones that are righteous, but I'm saying get with organizations or communities
Mhm.
that are about the community and not just themselves.
Because what happens if when things like this take place and people are burned so many times,
Yeah.
what happens is that they go into their shell, or we get a group of us that go into a shell, and then we're not willing to get out in the community. We're not willing to spend our money in the community, or worse yet, take the funds that we have and take them elsewhere.
Yeah.
Then that's just going to benefit someone somewhere else.
Exactly.
And then people end up not wanting to participate in everyday life in the community.
Yeah.
And that's not why we came. We came to assimilate and to participate, to spend with the community, to bond with the community, and to grow with the community. We didn't come to be separate.
Yeah.
But if things happen and you force our hand
to be separate,
then that's not us intentionally coming with wanting to be with the intentions of being separate. But once you burn me so many times.
Yeah. Oh, once for you.
Well, yeah.
For him, I'll give you a benefit of that. Most people think I'm the really vocal one, or I'm the really, but you hadn't seen Amadi. I hold him back a lot. I'm like, babe, don't say that. Babe, you can't do that. Babe, if he really unleashed the way he wanted to, you would see a different Amadi.
So I'll say this. A lot of people just don't understand that always has been a lot of people saving grace.
Yes.
Because Amadi of old, you really don't want him to show up here on the motherland.
You don't.
Because it's a different person.
And I don't want him to show up either.
And I left him behind intentionally.
Yeah.
Because it was my opportunity to change and be different.
Yeah.
Right.
But let me say, it's righteous though.
Yeah.
It's not anything criminal. It's righteous. Yes. He has a righteous indignation. And when he sees something, but we know we're in a foreign country now. So I told you have to calm that down. Mm-hmm. You can't have that, you have to be a little more subtle. So we want to make certain people don't think that it's
subtle is not my ministry.
Yeah, subtle. It's not his ministry, but his emotions and things come out of righteousness, But I wanted to throw that in there, babe, because some people take every last one of your words and try to twist it.
Oh, you can go check my record. I ain't never been nowhere.
He ain't never been to jail or nothing.
Never even got a speeding ticket.
So we went on that one a little longer than we wanted to, but please, some people will come here with the hustler mentality. Just beware of that. You don't want to align yourself with that. You want to align yourself with people with community building.
Correct.
I admire Black Acres of the Gambia and what they do. And a lot of people have said things about them on how they stay to themselves. I'm gonna be honest with you. Me and Amadi have wanted to quit many times, and we understand why they stay to themselves. Now we understand. Now we understand why Black Acres of the Gambia stay to themselves. But we see the nation building mentality in them. We respect that, and we respect their decision to stay to themselves more. So we understand it. So but everyone has their own ministry. Everyone has their own ministry, and for some reason, the Most High called us to start our Brother's Keeper and the directory, and we have to stay true to it. We have to stay true to it, and unfortunately, we have to deal with so many toxic attitudes, behaviors, and it's hurtful. It's that sometimes it's tiring. It's tiring. It's so tiring, but we have to keep pressing and keep moving.
Yes,
we have to, because a lot of people depend on us, believe it or not. We've heard so many people say that because of us or because the things that we shared caused them to repatriate, and we can't give up on them after they've gotten here. We just can't do it. Okay.
The last good.
The last. Well, it's not the last good.
I've always been told, you sandwich. Whenever you want to have a discussion, you always start off with the good, then you discuss the issue, and then you end with another good. So you sandwich it together.
Yeah.
So we want to end with good because we don't want to end with the ugly and the bad. So we're going to finish off with something good. And the good is there's still hope.
Yeah.
There's still time.
Yeah.
So, regardless of what we've said today, all the negatives, the bad and the ugly, so to speak, we know that there's still time to right the ship. If we decide to come together, move forward as one, implement a plan, implement businesses, everyone pushing the same direction. You can't have a door with so many people on one side pushing out and other people on the other side pushing in. It's not going anywhere at that point.
It's not.
We have to all get on one side and push, right? And get stronger. We're always stronger together. There's always power in numbers, strength in numbers, and we're only as strong as our weakest link. So, you know, if something is not your ministry, so to speak, then that's fine. You know, if it's like me, I'm not a big talker, right? But I always is.
Yeah, I talk a lot.
So I know where my strengths are, and I know where my weaknesses lie. So I know what lane to stay in. You know, that's why, you know, it comes to a point you really don't see me a whole lot. Because YouTube was...
I had to twist his arm to get on YouTube.
It's not really my cup of tea. I'm just going to be honest. But I'm going to support. I'm going to be here. I'm going to say my piece when need be. Because a lot of times I will be kicking me under the table to make sure I don't say the wrong things. I make sure I don't go too far. Because I have the tendency to do so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I just didn't right there.
Yeah. And for those who have said and still say that I'm overbearing or that this man doesn't know how to control me. Oh, yes, he does. He doesn't control me. He allows me to, he sees my strengths and he pushes me towards greatness. And Amadi, can I say this before everyone?
Sure.
I appreciate love you to the highest for not being intimidated by my strength and allowing me to function in what you know the Most High has gifted and put in me.
Absolutely.
He's not so weak of a man that he can't celebrate my strength. And I'm not so strong of a woman that I can't humble myself to my man. We've been married for 33 years.
If you didn't know.
And together for 35 years. And that's not because one is dominating the other. It's because we've learned how to disagree in harmony and agree in harmony.
And if that's how you run your household, if that's what floats your boat, then so be it. But stay out mine. Stay out my door. Stay out my porch.
Yeah.
You know, sweep around your own front door. Sweep around your own step before you come try to sweep on mine.
Yeah.
Because mine, I got it under control.
Yeah.
We good over here.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Amadi is in control of our household. You know, he just allows me to flow and do, you know, what the Most High is calling us to do. And as he said, I begged Amadi to come on YouTube. It took a while for him to even be comfortable, because I knew that people needed to hear both of our perspectives, both of our voices, not just one. And I'm so glad he finally decided to do so, because I think it's important that people see the strong Black king behind his strong Black queen, you know. So, honey, is that everything? Is it time to answer a few questions before we close out?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see if we can go back to the top here.
Oh, that's a lot. Okay.
All right. We have some people saying hello. Patricia said you can be yourself there. Absolutely.
Yes.
You can be yourself here.
You can be yourself here.
Let's see. Mother Lemon Blackman said you guys are absolutely right. Let's see. Uncle Ken, that's over.
Okay.
He said, I know that was a beautiful ceremony. Speaking of the name of ceremony, yes, it
Oh,
was.
yes. We can hardly wait to share it.
It says Azura. Each one teach one.
Yes.
Diasporas and continent need to learn from and respect each other.
Yes.
So we can be the strong African people we are.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
Correct.
Thank you.
Let's see. Gambia Global TV, just like Dr. Ismaila Cisse said last week, there are always going to be some challenges between those coming and the indigenous, but all depends on how we forge a path forward.
That's it.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
But we have to all be willing to forge that path in the same direction.
That's right.
All right. So, Curly Girl Neek, so happy finally caught a live. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
God bless you
Yes.
both. I've been following your journey, and it's inspiring. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, wow.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I say Rachel Taylor. I would only think that maybe the citizens get less cost of all the healthcare thing. But I know it sounds like U.S. healthcare are more expensive for non-citizens to a degree. I don't know about that one because we
Yeah.
have pretty much set costs
Yeah, we
when it
have
comes
set costs.
to things within the healthcare system. And
Uh-huh.
even if you aren't a citizen, I think there are certain programs that are used to where I
Yeah.
don't even think there's payment received.
Yeah, in America, you have free health care for all, but you have to go to a certain hospital.
Mhm.
It don't matter where you're from, whether you're a citizen or not. There's certain hospitals
They can't refuse
they
healthcare.
can't refuse you
Yeah.
health care.
Yeah.
So no, that's not the issue in America.
Gambia Global TV said they do charge us Gambians living in the diaspora the same what they do to the repats. Oh wow!
Oh wow, that's not good.
So how would they even know?
Yeah, that's not good. It shouldn't be that way. Yeah.
So Rachel said my family in Nigeria was scammed. My mom was scammed their own money before, and I've tried with me too. Oh wow!
Oh, wow.
It's a mentality where they think you have it.
So
Wow.
sorry, sis.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
Gambia TV, like everywhere in the world, there's always going to be selfish, greedy scammers.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And Rachel said, all skin folk ain't kinfolk.
Oh
everywhere.
Lord, we know that. I mean, we knew that then, but man.
If we don't know that now, I tell you.
Yeah.
Let's see. Marginal and black men, I believe those are the ones that watch the negative channels. People that want to come on make negative comments.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're right.
Yeah.
You know, let's say birds of a feather, right?
Yeah.
Patricia said, support the movement. Absolutely.
That's right.
Obi said, tell it, bro.
Okay.
Patricia, self-hate is so rooted in some of our spirits.
Yeah.
Be about it.
Man.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
A lot of people just want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Gambia for life. We Gambians just in the diaspora and get scammed anyway. We go to buy something. They get scammed every time they go to buy something.
Oh,
it's
wow.
crazy that we have to do my shopping accompanied by my brother.
Oh, wow. That's not good.
Cherno Cisse, please just forget about the haters. They're hating because you are better than some of blacks have hatred in their blood.
Oh, wow.
Well, I said we're better than, we just try a little harder.
Yeah.
Let's see. Azura said there needs to be an effort change in our mindsets.
Yes,
absolutely.
Our mind. We need to be brainwashed again, but with the right washing.
Correct. Cherno Jello, greetings from Mama Land.
Did you read this?
Oh, Gambia TV is all boiled down to transparency, honesty, and trustworthiness.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's why I say don't just listen. Look.
Yeah, we're going to bring
look at the track record.
We're going to bring some testimonials in within the next month or so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody's reason for coming isn't the same. You are absolutely correct. Yeah. Correct. Colonizers can be black as well. You said a mouthful.
We call them coconut and Oreos.
You said a mouthful.
It's true.
Cherno S. Jallo. Greetings from Mama Land Properties.
Shalom.
Family. Peace and love. Shalom. Shalom, family.
Thank you, Cherno.
Wazaro. Wow. What a snake move. I'm sure that's referring to people coming.
Yes. Behind our back.
Just to steal.
Yes.
Yeah. Rachel Taylor, my mom was part of a Pan-African group here in the U.S. and the lady took the money and rolled up.
Oh my goodness.
So that's what I'm saying right there. People, some people, when it comes to movements, you know, just like when there's a hurricane or a tornado and you have people show up at the door the next morning.
Yeah.
Right. Everybody doesn't have the right intentions.
Yeah.
Or when you have a car accident at 12 noon one day and you have lawyers knocking at your door, you know, 8 o'clock the next morning. You know, everybody don't have the right intentions. Some people are just chasing a dollar.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It makes it hard for everybody.
Yeah.
Patricia, pray before, middle, and continually in our movements. Amen. Absolutely.
Did you read that up there? Okay.
Which one?
This one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gambia TV just developed a thick skin as a Gambian business. I always face all the difficulties you guys facing on a daily basis.
Okay, thank you.
But keep being stronger. We appreciate that.
We
Gambia
are
Global TV.
Yes, we're getting thick skin. It's painful, but yeah.
And Rachel Taylor said you need to sever ties. You are not obligated to continue to break bread with a snake once you know.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's what we did. It hurt. Man, it hurt. Cause I love this sister and this brother. you know, and I still do.
Yeah,
But
but once we
yeah,
saw the true color,
yeah,
we couldn't
we
continue in
yeah
that relationship
we had to.
because we work hard to be righteous.
Yeah,
Well, try to be
try
righteous.
to. Yeah, we're
Right.
not perfect.
No, nowhere close to
Is
perfect.
that
But
where you are?
yeah.
Okay.
So we want to make sure that they understand that we just couldn't associate ourselves with someone that's not willing to do the right things.
Yeah,
You got to have some integrity.
yeah.
And integrity is not doing what's right when we looking, but what you're doing when people are not looking.
Yes, right.
If you're not willing to do the right things at all times, then I try to do the right things and not intentionally screw people over.
Yeah,
And then I can't do anything with them.
yeah.
Trying to say that true Israel is honest and loyal. The Most High bless us and will not move us as one family.
Thank
Absolutely.
you. Yes, Cherno is our family. We appreciate, love you, brother. We really do.
PF said yes.
Yeah.
Over said you got that right at Rachel.
Okay.
Referring to Rachel's comment. A
Yes,
couple people
yes.
said yes. Channel, you guys have to be careful and watch your step because there are many toxic elements working amongst you.
Yes, yes.
Among you,
Yeah.
absolutely.
There's Black
Black
Acres.
Acres.
Thank you, Black Acres.
Wow.
We made certain we did not conflict with you guys. We do not want to conflict with our kings and our
Yeah,
queens.
thank you for joining
Thank you
us.
all.
We appreciate
Thank
that.
you. Yes.
It's a wow, so sad. I'm sure they're referring to the people that's coming with the wrong intentions.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's Cherno Asise.
You guys have to be careful and watch your step
Oh,
because
okay.
there are many toxic elements working among you.
Oh yeah,
You are
that's
correct.
the key. Among. Thank you, brother.
You are
You're
absolutely
right.
correct.
But the Most High, when the Most High is for you, who can be against you? So be careful because the Most High is with us.
Mhm.
So when you come in against us, you come in against the powerful hand of the Most High.
That's right.
So when you're sitting back saying you want us to get taken out, be careful.
You got to dig 2 ditches,
Yes.
2 graves. Wazaro said also Marcus Garvey when you were naming off people.
Yeah, Marcus Garvey, absolutely. And Kwame Kume. He wanted to see us come in Kwame Kume, I think. I may be saying it wrong, but
That's the Angela Jackson. It's assigned to sabotage good friendship.
yeah.
Some people come in the name of religion and sad. You're absolutely right.
It's sad.
May the Most High encamp all His angels around your family. No weapon shall form against you.
Us shall prosper. Praise
Absolutely.
the Most High. We receive, we receive.
Hit the like button. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
Okay.
Channel C said, not everyone who is black have a positive intentions for their fellow blacks.
That's right.
And Rachel, I'm at the point I hesitate to answer my family's call abroad. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Gambia Global TV, the way forward is to surround yourself with like-minded people.
Yes.
That is absolutely correct.
That's it.
And who has the same business values, work ethics, sense of urgency, etc.
That's
Absolutely.
right. That's right.
Rachel, a separate community within Gambia isn't a bad thing. It allows you to build a foundation as you grow in generations, settle, you will blend.
Okay. That's a good point. That's a good point. Okay.
Global TV, they said the Bag family, check more power.
Yes, we love the Bag family.
Yeah, absolutely. Rick, keep it real.
Well, we love all our YouTubers. You
Yes.
know, keep it positive, guys. You know, we have to.
And I hope you're feeling better there, Rick. I understand you was a little under the weather, so
Yeah.
hope you're feeling better.
Yeah.
Rachel, just remember y'all aren't the first. People have been repatriating for decades.
Yes, that's true.
These things are natural, growing pains.
That's true. Thank you for that.
But at the same time, Rachel,
a change has to come.
Change the definition of doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting a different result is insanity.
Yes.
So eventually we have to do things different.
Yes.
PF said we appreciate you. Chano Jallo said live, love, breathe, free in Africa.
Yes.
And Africa is one. Patricia said beautifully said. Yes, I guess that was your speech.
Oh, okay.
Thank you so much. Black Acres of the Gambia, I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Chano, the good, the bad will come, but the good will stay.
And in Black Acres, we would like to break bread with you all real soon.
Absolutely.
Just real soon. When you all are available, reach out. No motives, no nothing. We just like to break bread with you guys.
Yeah, because I could just talk.
Yeah, when we first came, Amadi wanted to connect with Rick because he was like, he's so funny. And Amadi likes sports and wanted to coach boys. And he talked about, Rick talked about it. So we really thought we would interact more. But when we came here, we just start working, and time just hasn't permitted for us to reach out to them as much as we would have wanted to. But we would like to connect one day soon.
Now said my peeps. That's Terry.
Oh, what's up? What's up? Look. Okay.
All right, Terry.
Okay.
Amen.
Yes.
That's
And
it.
can I say something in closing? We're getting ready to close it out. Thank you all for sitting with us. We want to say to everyone, do not let our good, bad, and ugly deter you from what the Most High is calling you to do.
Absolutely.
Before we came here, we heard a lot of negative videos, and we almost allowed it to deter us. And we didn't.
Time,
it was a lot of negative and no positive, hardly. But we came anyway because we felt a pull. We've given you the good, the bad, and the ugly. We just want you to still come if the Most High is pulling at your heart. But be vigilant, be wise as a serpent. Okay?
Try the spirit by the spirit.
Try the spirit by the spirit, and understand that everything isn't always what it seems. Okay? Vet, and like Amadi said, try the spirit by the spirit. Thank you all for joining us.
Yes. Jamila Breville said, love y'all. Thank you so much.
Love you all too. Okay. Are we good? Are we done, Amadi?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay. Thank you all. We thank the Soulful Joint for allowing us to sit at their backyard. We sit here as much as we can. Whenever it's raining, we take it up to other locations. I know what Molly with Motu hosted us a couple of weeks ago. So thanks to anyone who hosts us and allow us to come to you from their location. So guys, support Black, and hey, stay positive.
Absolutely.
Stay positive. We'll see you same time, 12:30. Most likely the same place. And hopefully we'll have someone to interview. If not, we'll have an interesting topic to cover.
Absolutely.
Until next time, guys.
All right, have a great day, family.
Okay.
Peace.